I do a course out at Outdoor Class. It's called Rifle Elk Hunting. And in that course, I go into great detail about the difference between migratory elk and non-migratory elk. When you're in a place like this in Arizona, these are non-migratory elk, just like they are in New Mexico, a lot of times in Nevada or Utah. And I'm going to give you the quick and dirty about non-migratory elk. If you want way more, you can go out to outdoorclass.com. We'll put the promo code down there and save you a bunch of money. But here's the things you need to know with non-migratory elk. They disperse horizontally, right? Most people think of alpine elk. They migrate, they disperse vertically. No, these elk here disperse horizontally, and they disperse long distances based on moisture patterns, okay? You say, well, what about moisture patterns? They have summer monsoons. They have all kinds of things that create pockets where it's a little greener here than it is over there 5 miles. And over here 8 miles, it might be really green, and over there 6 miles, it might just be nothing but dirt. These elk have nothing that keeps them from dispersing that way across the landscape. So that is what you're going to be thinking about when you try to anticipate, where do I find non-migratory elk? Because finding them is always the hard part. Putting your tag on one is a whole lot easier once you find them. So there's also some things that, if all the landscape got the same amount of moisture, where are the places that are going to have the greenest, luscious forage? It's going to be the places that roll to the north, roll to the northeast, or roll to the east. I'm talking just like a little roll, like something that just changes the slope so that it's slightly declining from the south to the north. And that can be, like I said, north, northeast, northwest, east. And here's why. Because the sun in the northern hemisphere arcs across the southern horizon. And any slope that's facing south is taking a direct hit from that sun, and it dries out way quicker. Well, the slopes that are slanted or sloping slightly to the north aren't taking that direct sun, so they don't dry out as quick. So when hunting season comes along, where are the places with the best forage? That's what these elk are focusing on, the place with the best forage on that day when you're hunting. Those are going to be slopes that roll somewhere from the northwest quadrant all the way around to the east. And how do you find those? Go Hunt has a slope tool that I use. I say, okay, show me any slope less than 10 degrees that is a northwest, a north, a northeast, or an east slope. And when I do that, whoom, here they are, show up on my map. I take a bunch of screenshots of that. And then I'm looking for water sources somewhere nearby that, because, okay, now I know that that's where the forage is probably going to be. Where are some water sources? And is there enough pinyon juniper or something else for some bedding cover? And I triangulate those, and that's how I hunt non-migratory elk. So that's the quick and dirty about non-migratory elk. If you want to learn a ton of other stuff about elk hunting, archery, rifle, cooking, you name it, there are so many things out there at Outdoor Class. Go to outdoorclass.com. We'll give you the link. Go check it out and use the promo code to save yourself a bunch of money. Think about that when you're out hunting non-migratory elk. They're different than migratory elk. Where you find them will be different. How you put your tag on one should be different.